Good day, I'm Jeff Adler, and let's create what's possible. So if anything in this video that is mentioned that you may not have, I'll be happy to send it to you. Just shoot me a message through letscreatewhatspossible.com, and we'll be happy to get you whatever's needed. Tonight is a beautiful topic around quality of life regarding the wheel of life. And people looking for balance. For 30 plus years of coaching, my number one request and challenge is people finding balance in their lives. And the way I work that is the 8 pillars of life and looking at the wheel of life. And that would incorporate career, contribution, family, financial, physicality, which would be your health, mindset, recreation, and primary relationships. So what we look at is we put a number on it where you feel you are currently. So let's take career. Where do you feel that you are with your career today? On a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being ideal, where are you? So let's say that's a 5. And then what would it take us to get to 9 or 10? And there's usually blind spots in between there somewhere that we would uncover in coaching, or your quiet time, your meditation time, your prayer time, to really get to the bottom of what's holding you back in your career. So your career might be a 5, physicality might be a 3, contribution might be a 9, and physicality might be a 2 or 3. So you can picture those as spokes on a wheel, and with such uneven numbers and that wheel looking to go down the street, it's going to be a pretty wobbly, uncomfortable ride. And that's the equation to equaling our lives, or many people's lives. So we're looking to look at those different pillars and see how to find balance. And we're asking ourselves mainly about core values in each of those pillars. And we'll look at each one individually in the next couple of videos. But the method is pretty amazing, and we have tremendous breakthroughs. And I can give you this as some kind of action item for yourself to try in between. In a relaxed state, I would just look at the different pillars again: contribution, career, family, financial, mindset, physicality, recreation, and primary relationships. I would say if you're at any specific number, just take your thoughts out of your head and your brain and bring them down to your heart. Maybe that begins with a minute or 2 of breathing. So you would center yourself, feel your heart, feel your soul. Say, with my mind out of it, what's really stopping me in my career from getting what I want? And why is that? So let's use an example of I'm constantly overlooked and I get angry when I'm not promoted. So we look at objectively, again from the heart, why are we getting overlooked, and why are we almost invisible, and what might that be familiar with? So we can then look through in a quiet time on your own, or again with assistance from someone like myself, what is that familiar with, sort of being invisible or overlooked, and how is that familiar to you? So we create and live with familiar patterns from childhood, and we bring that into our 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s and create that. And it's usually very visible around career and finances. So in finances, is there something that we're moving towards, like abundance and contribution, etc., or are we moving away from something? So if we're running away from poverty, we usually are on a hamster wheel to get away from poverty, versus a big goal or a big playing field, and to have the universe behind us in reaching a goal, because we're moving towards something rather than away. So once we're running away from something, it's really hard to ever get caught up, if at all. So that's interesting to start jotting down some notes, start journaling. There's usually going to be patterns. If there's 4 or 5 areas that your 5s and 6s in the pillars, there's usually going to be a common thread. And a lot of it goes back to fundamental things, that you're not worthy of that promotion that's going to come. You're not entitled. You don't feel strong enough about yourself or your abilities. All those are limiting beliefs. I now call them limiting decisions. So we would look at the limiting decisions and pinpoint the starting point of all that, and then really start to bust that all apart. Because I really believe in my heart that people are whole, complete, and perfect in the present. What takes us out of the present is really just bringing the past into the present, which again affect all the pillars of life. So again, you can do a lot of this on your own, and just in quiet time, start journaling, start looking at it, start feeling what's attached, what's missing, what blind spots there might be. You can ask family members, what are you seeing about my career is constantly disappointing, but this is my 5th career and I'm still disappointed. So why am I never satisfied? And then the next question would be, well, when was the last time you were satisfied? And what does it do for you? There's often a reward in not being satisfied. There's always a reward as a benefit of something. So start asking yourself, what is the benefit from me feeling always disappointed? What is the benefit of me still always complaining about my finance? What is the benefit of me not being in top physical health? So although everyone wants to support me in that, or there's tons of evidence of why I should do something, there's an avoidance from that. And there's usually a big payoff by not following up on something or not doing, quote, what we're supposed to. So I would start looking at those questions. I would start asking deeper questions, start journaling. The who, what, why, and when questions are beautiful rather than the yes or no questions. Or how did you come up with that decision? What made me decide that? What might that be connected to? There's a whole series of questions that continue, just basic 3 or 4 word questions that will continue to go back to your core values in each of the pillars. In the future videos, we'll look at the 8 individual pillars and what questions we might ask around those to get deeper and deeper. And for now, I'd love to know how you're doing. I'd love some feedback. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe down below, and visit us at Let's Create What's Possible. And again, thank you for your time. It's been memorable. Enjoy your day. Thank you.